Hi, hello. Thank you for stopping by. Um, this is a little random for me and the 20 subscribers that are my friends, my old friends who may be watching this. Um, but I wanted to make a little video about how vaping has helped get past some depression that I've been going through. Um, I just want to start by saying, I'm just your run-of-the-mill kind of guy. I'm 23. I work in retail. I go to college online. So, like, many other people in the world, I'm still just, the everyday kind of Joe, struggling through the shit that that engulfs us out there. This is the first year that I've actually lived away from home. So I got bills to pay. Everyone has bills to pay. Car payments, gas. You name it. So I just kind of wanted to. Explain a little bit about how vaping has gotten me past some of that depression. And I know this seems like kind of weird and off the beaten path, but despite everything you hear about vaping, whether it be good or bad, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about how it's helped me, and maybe it can help you as well. Again, I'm not pulling out a bunch of research here. I just wanted to talk from my personal experience and, just throw this out there and see if I can get people to, maybe talk about it with me. And, I enjoy talking to people about depression. As weird as that is, it's just, it's something that should be embraced and discovered. That way you can conquer it together. So, I just want to say, how I got into vaping. Basically, how I started was I was smoking cigarettes for a while. I started when I was 18. It wasn't the best thing. It wasn't a great habit to do, and I saw, one day I was walking through the mall and I saw these new vape stands with these people, selling these, little e-cigs out of a kit. And, I went up to it and I was like, hey, what is that? It's kind of cool. I've been hearing about these new e-cigs and I wanted to see what it was all about. And, the guy's really nice, he started showing me a little bit about it. He explained it to me and, I bought one. I was like, okay, cool. And it was okay. It was like, those little electronic ones. I don't have it with me, but I still have it around somewhere. It came with a little steel case, and it came with those cartridges you got to pop on. So, really old school. And this is like a couple of years ago, and I was 18. I'm 23 now, so it's crazy how time flies. And, I started using it a little bit. I really didn't like it. I didn't catch on with it. It just kind of something I gave a shot. It's kind of cool. It was like a stature thing. So, I did that for a little bit, and then I went back to cigarettes because I just wasn't getting that nicotine, that hit I need to, feel better. And I was back smoking cigarettes for a little while, and I started seeing the negative side effects come in. I started becoming temperamental. I was coughing all the time. I wasn't even smoking that much, maybe, a pack a week, maybe. And, out of breath all the time. Some weight issues. Instead of losing weight, I was gaining weight. I just wasn't confident. Wasn't feeling really great about myself, and I had to keep buying these pack of cigarettes, and they're expensive, and cartons were $80, and it just wasn't a good habit to be engaged in. So I quit when I was 22. I just said, you know what, I'm done. It got me into a huge fight with my girlfriend, and I was like, you know, that's it. It's like I'm cranky because I need to smoke cigarettes, but you can't, you know, I don't want to smoke them inside, and it was cold, and so I was like, that's it. Um, so then I turned to vaping again because I originally started with no nicotine and a vape. And I was like, you know, why not? It just gives me that stimulant in my brain, and mental stimulant that I'm doing something. Help me ease off to stop smoking and not get back into an old habit. So I slowly messed around with that, and then I actually got a 3 milligram nicotine juice, and I said, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And I still had my little e-cig actually, and I was dripping into the empty cartridges, and I was doing that, and it was kind of sad. And I started looking online, and I started seeing all this, you know, fancy shit, and you know, still now I'm still like, it's way above my head. I'm barely just understand watts and voltage and all that kind of stuff. So you don't necessarily need to know all of that if you want to get into vaping. And I think that's a really good, I think that's some really good words of advice, because I feel like people look at it and they're like, oh, I can't do that, you know, it's like, that's like so intense, complex, like, you know, I can't do it. And, I'm the same way. You know, I just get down on myself. I'm like, oh shit, you know, I'm not really that smart. I don't know if I want to invest all that time in learning it, you know, and just all this shit. And you know what? One day my girlfriend came home with a vape pen for me, and you know, she said go ahead and try it, and I did. I messed around with it, and it wasn't that bad because it was controlled voltage. It came with its own atomizer. It was a tank. Had its own tank with it. You know, I still don't even know the vape lingo, so, but it was a pen vape. So anyway, ego, and I played around with it a little bit, and it ended up being kind of cool. You know, I really got into it. It was neat. So from that point on, I kind of picked it up a little bit, and I started using, you know, nicotine again. And the first thing I noticed is, you know, whenever I'm stressed or whenever I'm anxious, sorry, I have to keep using this monitor for lighting. It's kind of on the spur moment, and I don't know, I just feel like I had to do this. And you know, whenever I feel like shit, I've been turning to the vape pen, and it just helped. You know, that form of nicotine, even though it's, you know, it's not smoke, it's vapor, and people need to get that through their heads, because you're gonna just kill the whole thing if you're gonna think it's smoke. So you know, it's getting that nicotine in your system though, and you know, from studies I've done, if this, you know, video does pick up, I'll probably do another one, but it's practically harmless. Nicotine does, it thins your blood a little bit, so I mean, it's not ideal if you're anemic, and if you get bloody noses and stuff, maybe you shouldn't be vaping with nicotine. But other than that, you know, if you're kind of like me, and you know, I had a hard life, but I have 2 legs, 2 arms, and I can eat and breathe, so you know, I just try and bring myself back to the present. And with vaping, it actually helps a lot. And you know, I recently just learned how to blow big clouds, and I was really bad at first with vaping, and I still kind of blow baby clouds too. But it's you know, it's something that I would, you know, suggest getting into if you have depression, and a lot of us do out there. And I'm actually gonna, you know, show you some vaping I can do now. It's nothing intense, but so I went from knowing nothing about vaping to being able to, you know, have a little fun with it. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to say, is that you can do it too. And you know, there are days that really do suck, and today's one of them. So I thought, you know what, instead of dwelling and waddling in my own depression, I'd make a video about it, and I'd just talk to you guys about it. See if anyone does want to talk about it, respond to the video. Um, I can't afford a therapist. My dad's insurance isn't the best for the area I'm in because we came from a city, and I'm trying to get through things my own kind of way. And I'm not saying that I'm hopeless. I think I have a good shot at getting a therapist. I just I need to put that time into it. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that you do need someone to talk to. And it's a lot of other stereotypes that we're not going to tackle right now. But so like I said, vaping, it's a great tool. It's something that you shouldn't be ashamed of doing. There are, some negatives to it, like the formaldehyde, but you gotta really burn your cotton up for that, and then you'll know because you can't vape that. You literally start choking on it in that face, though. And so it's just something that it's kind of speculations, it's rumors, and the science is still coming out for this stuff. But I mean, as for me, I have no problems with it, and it tastes great, and it's fun to do. I got friends into it, a few friends I have anyway, and it's a great hobby, really, and it's one that's kind of saved my life a few times. There's, dark days, and there's going to be more, and today's one of them, and you know what, I'm just going to sit back and vape. I gotta work in another freaking hour. I gotta go in, I gotta deal with shitty people, just like you guys have to. People that don't understand anything. At least I work gaming in retail, and it's not all that bad, but I do have to get to other parts of the store where I do have to work, and it can be shitty. You really do meet some shitty people out there, and you know what? Recently I just been bringing my vape with me, and I say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take a 5. I'm gonna take that break I deserve, as a worker. And I go outside, and it's like having a cigarette, but it's just you take a few hits from your vape, go back in. It doesn't even take as long, and that way you got that calming feeling, that nicotine addiction, I guess, which is it's okay if you can control your nicotine intake, which with vaping you will be taking that nicotine in, and you will get addicted. That's okay, because you're going to be vaping, and you're going to be getting nicotine in your system. And that's what helps your depression and your anxiety. And we can get more into the psychological studies later on if things do pick up here. But, again, I just want to say, dark days are, always around the corner. But don't be afraid to try a different alternative to things. And it's better than taking the other way out and taking a back door. So, hey, I hope this helped. Helped me talking about it. So, feel free to talk to me about it. Maybe we can discover together some different kinds of tactics to tackle depression. So, yeah, I guess I'd call this vaping away depression. There we go. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.